Okay, so Orsted concluded that moving charges or currents produce a magnetic field in the surrounding space. Next topic is Lorentz force. So we know that charges, moving charges can produce current as well as magnetic field. What happens when when we put another magnet near the magnetic field? So there will be a electric field as well as a magnetic field, right? So when a charged particle, which the magnitude of the charged particle is q, travels with a velocity v, the velocity of the moving charge is v, uh, the uh, charge travels in an electric field as well as in a magnetic field. So magnetic field is because of the outer magnet, not because of the charges. The magnetic field is because of a outer magnet. We put another magnet near the conductor. So there will be already a magnetic field because of the charge. Sorry, there will already be a electric field because of the charge, and when we apply from outside a magnetic field, so the charge travel in that electric field and magnetic field through the electric field and the magnetic field with a velocity v. Then the charge will feel a force. The charge will the electric field and magnetic field exert a force on that charge. So which that charge is described by Lorentz force. So Lorentz force is a force which, so Lorentz force is the force exerted on a, not by a. Remember, exerted on a charged particle q moving with a velocity v through an electric field E and magnetic field B. So the electric field and the magnetic field is already exist. Okay, the magnetic field and electric field is already exist, and when a charged particle travels in that magnetic field and electric field with a velocity v, the charged particle will feel a force. The magnetic field and the electric field will exert a force on that charged particle. That force is called Lorentz force. So Lorentz force is combination of electrostatic force and magnetic force. Combination of electrostatic force and magnetic force. The entire magnetic force, electromagnetic force, so that force is called electromagnetic force. Electrostatic force plus magnetic force combined, them electromagnetic force. So the entire electromagnetic force F on the charged particle is called Lorentz force. So Lorentz force is a combination of electrostatic force and magnetic force, which is called electromagnetic force. So when there is already a electric field and a magnetic field, and when the charge travels through the through both of the fields, electric field and magnetic field, get it will be a force will exert on that charge by the electric field and the magnetic field. So the amount of the force is described by this equation. Amount of force is described by this equation. So E is electric field and B is magnetic field. Okay, magnetic field is not determined by M. It is denoted by B. So QE is the amount of force on the electric charge due to the electric field. So QE is the amount of force on the charge due to the electric field, and QV into B is the amount of magnetic field on the charge due to the magnetic amount of magnetic force on the charge due to the magnetic field. So combining both QE plus QV into B, it is the formula for Lorentz force. Okay, it is the formula for Lorentz force. The magnitude of the force will be QE plus QV into B. The first term is uh, contributed by uh, electric field, and the second term is contributed by magnetic field. So this is the force on the charge due to electric field. This is force on the charge due to magnetic field. Combining both, we get the value of Lorentz force. So the direction of Lorentz force is perpendicular to both electric and magnetic field. Okay, so let me show you one diagram. Carly, what happened? So sleepy, huh? What happened?
Nothing, ma'am.
You are feeling bored or what?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so the direction of the force on that electric charge is described by this rule, Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, Fleming's right hand rule. So this is the direction of the magnetic field. The forefinger will describe the direction of magnetic field, and the uh, second finger will describe the direction of the current. Then this thumb will describe the direction of the force on that charge particle. Okay, direction of the force on that charge particle. So see, both current, both the direction of current and the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to each other, or we can consider it as electric field. So both are perpendicular to each other, and the direction of the force is also perpendicular to both of them. So three of them are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so the last topic is force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. So this is like Lorentz force. So for up to this topic, questions will come in your second sessional exam. Up to this topic, force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Okay, so we know that when a charged particle travel through a electric force field and a magnetic field, is a force is exerted on the charge. Similarly, when we put a magnet near a conductor, the magnet will exert a force on that current also. When we put a magnet near a current carrying conductor, that magnet will exert a force on the current carrying conductor. So we have learned that on electric current flowing through a conductor produces a magnetic field. The field is the field so produced exerts a force on the magnet placed near the conductor. So we know that one magnet will attract or repel another magnet depending upon the pole. So North Pole will repel each other, North Pole, South Pole will attract each other. So since the current carrying conductor already producing a magnetic field and we applying a magnetic field from the outside, so both the magnet will put a force on each other. That's why the current carrying conductor will feel a force. The field so produced exert a force on a magnet placed near the conductor, and the magnet must also exert an equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. So the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor will apply a force on the magnet near it, and the magnet will apply a same amount of force on the current carrying conductor. The direction of force is also reversed when the direction of current through the conductor is reversed. So when the direction of the conductor is reversed, that means north pole and south pole will change its direction, and that's why the direction of the force is also reversed. Again if we change the direction of the magnet, then once again observe at the direction of force acting on the current carrying conductor gets reversed. So by reversing the direction of current, we can reverse the direction of force. Again, by change the direction of the magnet, we also can change the direction of the force. So in two ways we can change the direction of that force. First one, when we change the direction of force. Second one, when we change the first one, when we change the direction of current. Second one, when we change the direction of that magnet. Okay, it shows that the direction of force on the conductor depends upon the direction of current and the direction of magnetic field. Okay, consider the direction of current that of the magnetic field perpendicular to each other, found that the force is perpendicular to both of them, which I explained you through the diagram of Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, so magnetic field and the current is perpendicular to each other. This magnetic field is because of the outside magnet, okay, not the magnetic field of the current carrying conductor. This is for the outside magnet. So if the direction of current and the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to each other, so direction of the force will be perpendicular to both of them. Okay, devices that use current carrying conductor and magnetic field include electric motor, electric generator, loudspeakers, microphones, etc. Okay, so this is the direction for the force. Magnetic field and current is perpendicular to each other, and the direction is perpendicular to both of them. So by applying Fleming's right hand rule, we can also get the direction for Lorentz force and also the force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask.
Ma'am, can you show the last one?
Diagram. Okay,
Last one topic.
topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Okay, so when we put a outside magnet near a current carrying conductor, the current carrying conductor will feel a force. That force is perpendicular to both the direction of current and the direction of the magnetic field. So we can reverse the direction of that force by reversing the direction of current as well as by reversing the direction of the magnet. Okay, so this is the last topic for sessional exam, second sessional exam. There are some other topics which we will discuss after the second sessional. So study well for your second sessional.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you can give your attendance. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.